Hello and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. Hello to those watching live on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to join us live at for this show every Thursday at 5 p.m. EST for the live show. So today we are playing Once Upon a Time, which is our video game of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. So before we start, let's go around the cast and crew, figure out who we are and who we're playing today. We'll start with our Dungeon Master, which is me. Hi, I'm Susie. I'm your Dungeon Master. I have prepared shenanigans for tonight. I am very, very excited. And, yeah, it's going to be a thing. We'll start with our guests first. We have Staggering Giant. Woof. Hello. Try that again. So tell us a little bit about yourself and who you're playing tonight.
Okay, I am at Staggering Giant on Twitter. My name is Olton, and tonight I am playing Lager Shandy, a Hexblade Warlock.
Nice. Lager Shandy. Great. All right, and next up we have PD Rollers.
Hello. My name is Nuno, or PD Rollers, and on Twitter. You sometimes can see me online with some D&D stuff, and also if you're from London, I organize a local meetup as well. And today I will be playing Renard Richelieu, a very charismatic arcana cleric.
Nice. And our usual suspects, we have Madame Gandalf. Oh, you're muted.
I don't even remember muting myself. Hi, my name's Madame Gandalf, and I decided to make an awkward moment by having myself muted. And I play Sooty, the little halfling druid, who is basically just kind of adorable, kind of weird, kind of energetic, and mostly good. Mostly, but she won't mind skimming a little bit off the top to send to her sick family. Not like all her family is sick, just like her little sister. It makes it sound like I come from a family of sick people.
Different types of sick.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
You don't want to hear about my uncle. Woof.
Okay, and last and certainly not least, we have Cleric of God.
Hello, Susie. Hey, everybody. I'm Cleric of Cord. I am playing Due Diligence, the Warforged wizard, and just to get it set into everybody's head, Due Diligence is built like a capsule, and he is metallic. With that said, you'll understand later. And he is a wizard. Let's throw that in there. Just so everybody's got that information with them.
Just so everybody has that picture in mind.
Yep.
All right, so before we begin today's show, I'll remind you guys that we are sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, which is our virtual tabletop of choice. All of the beautiful maps and rolls you see tonight are using Fantasy Grounds, which you can try for free at fantasygrounds.com. You can also get all of your miniatures from Wayland Games. Go to waylandgames.co.uk and get yourself a huge range of D&D, Warhammer, and 40k minis for 20% off. And check out our new sponsor, which is Dice Envy, who have an amazing subscription service where you can get cool new dice every month. Starting at just $5, you have access to limited run dice delivered straight to your door. Join us at diceenvy.com and use code ENCOUNTERRP for 10% off everything. So that's Encounter RP altogether, no space there, despite my very awkward pause between the two. You can also support this show by retweeting this tweet here. And let me do the little tweet command. Tweet. And finally, I'll remind you all how you can interact with today's game. You can donate to affect this game by giving players Nat 1s, Nat 20s, Wild Magic Surges, and this month's special, the Table of Pets. Also, if there's a moment you love during the show, please do clip it on Twitch. We'll be using these in highlight reels, and it's always fun to share very fun moments or high drama moments with friends and family and the greater Twitter sphere. And without any further ado, I'll hand it over to the Dungeon Master. Oh, that's me. To begin the show. So let me get rid of that. We don't need that. Let me just do the donor one though. Oh, to donate. It is. Yes. Okay. Sweet. So, last week, our brave officers of the TPD had to be ordered to go rescue one of their own from a hostage situation. They were told that newly promoted Constable Bob was being held hostage on the Spengler Mansion grounds. You'd found out that this was close to the HUD laboratories, which you'd found out were pioneering some strange and exciting new medicine under the watchful eye of Dr. Punzel, as you found out from Captain Colt reading his high-tech science magazine to try and divert attention from the glossy gossip rags he was reading the week before. You eventually made your way to the grounds of the Spengler Mansion and towards the tower. On the way, you met a very strange creature. It appeared to be a man who had been overtaken by plants. And as City spoke with plants and heard him say, "Itchy, tasty," she decided that he needed feeding, so watered him. Now, unfortunately, this seemed to give the plant zombie man a new lease of life, and he attacked her. Thankfully, the party did take down the plant zombie quite swiftly, only to discover that the Spengler Mansion seemed to be overrun with these things. Deciding that that was probably a problem for later on, they turned away and headed for the tower at the Spengler Mansion, wherein the tower seemed to, after a few tense words with Dr. Punzel, who injected herself with something, the tower morphed into something horrific. A huge, flower bud opened with a gross big eye inside it, and a window that Dew had opened into it revealed pulsating and throbbing guts. A big fight ensued where Due Diligence was outside of the tower. Everybody else went inside of the tower. Due Diligence got hit a lot by weird tentacles and threw up a lot because Dew saw a lot of nasty shit. The tower was eventually defeated. Officer Bob
He learned
was
a lot
free.
about hentai that day.
Constable Bob was freed, and Dr. Punzel seemingly disappeared. So, we begin this session. Love is in the air. It is the yearly celebration of all things romance, love, squishy, and cute. Everybody seems to be in a great mood today. You see young lovers in the park sharing spaghetti, I don't know, going on nice walks. Even the animals seem to be in it. Cute little cats and dogs playing together. It's a very loved up, squishy affair. And as you guys are sat around in the stable of your officers in the TPD, Captain Colt comes in, and he is uncharacteristically smiley. In your entire time you've known Captain Colt, he has never once smiled, but he is smiling today. And under his arm is a box of chocolates shaped like a heart.
Captain, did your husband get you a gift?
I thought
did,
it was new
yes.
medication.
Oh. Was it a gift of new medication? I didn't know they came in heart boxes.
No, not new medication.
Little blue
These are
pills.
chocolates. No, Dew. No. We have no difficulties in that regard. Thank you for your concern. These are chocolates.
Can we have some? I haven't had chocolate in years.
Well, Soti, that is a tragic story. No, you may not have my romance chocolates.
I bet Finbar has some in his desk.
I wouldn't touch anything
That's
in
true.
Finbar's desk with a 10-foot pole.
I think as long as you get the series of inoculations, it's usually safe.
I am
Well, if
upstate
that's
for
the
my
risk you're
nut.
willing to take, then go for it. But I am not.
Oh, and you'll need this prescription for antibiotics.
So So, I'm to understand we have 2 new officers with us today. Where are they? You two, I sat there in the office. Yeah. Oh, hello. Hi. Yes, I'm Captain Colt. Pleasure to meet you. And you are?
And you?
He just goes over to Lager.
Yeah. So, Lager Shandy reporting for duty, sir.
You sound delicious.
Acquired taste, I think.
And you? And he
So you
turns
must be
to Renard.
the captain, yes? You are the captain then. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Renard. I just got transferred here. You got the paperwork already. So everything is in order?
Yes, absolutely. And actually, you've arrived on a fortuitous day because for one day, there appears to be no crime in Thailandia. Now, the department did... I know.
Get the day off.
No, well, here's the thing. The department wouldn't allow me to give you the day off, so I had to figure something else for you to do. Now, I have a friend who works for the TBC, which you know is the Thailandia Broadcasting Company. The #1 television station in all of Thailandia because, hey, it's fantasy, TV is just a thing, shut up. And my friend managed to get you all on the #1 Saturday night primetime show Blind Date.
This is wonderful. Is this what happens with every person that just joins the police department? We just go on blind dates, huh? No?
I wish.
No.
Oh. Well, in that case, I must be privileged because it's happening with me and with my compatriot Lager.
Do we have to go?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was thinking the same thing as the mandatory.
Yes, it's an order. You must go and have fun.
Why is no one excited? This is marvelous.
Exactly. Have they not seen the show? Oh, what I would not do to get backstage with Scintilla and share a wine and gossip, that would be wonderful.
I seem to lack some of the necessary prerequisites for dating.
What do you mean? You have a lot of curves, no?
Well, there's one that goes like this, and then it's some straight lines, and then one that goes like this, and that's about it.
Sphere is a shape.
Exactly.
You're beautiful in every size, too.
I'm
I've
on
never
cheer
been
up
on.
too.
Today is a day for romance and fun and love. Doesn't have to be romantic love, could be platonic love. I'm just saying.
We're questioning
You might
people
find
now?
a friend. Well, you've never seen the show, have you, Do?
No.
You see, so...
I don't get reception here.
Unfortunate. See, usually there's...
Must be all the metal is blocking the signal.
Could be. Could be the coffee maker inside your cavity.
The Calvin or the printer. It might be the printer.
Or the printer, yes, it does make a hellish sound.
Oh, printer. And you hear the sounds of a dot matrix printer going off. 2 pamphlets come out, and you're each handed a pamphlet that says the rules.
And if you would like to explain the rules to our new guests, too.
We have 9 of them now.
Oh boy.
Rule number 1, the captain must always have coffee. Rule number 2, no kink shaming. Rule number 3, always have a warrant. Rule number 4, Finbar is always right. However, Finbar is not here, in which case Sooty is always right. I've just created an addendum. Rule number 5, we don't talk about the rocking horse.
So you don't even write it down. You don't even write it down.
Okay.
Rule number 6, everyone is buried in a Hawaiian shirt. Rule number 7, bloom, not boom. Bloom. Bloom, not boom. Bloom before boom.
Bloom before boom. If bloom cannot be
before boom.
reasoned with, boom is acceptable.
Which
That's the
leads
fine
us
print.
to number 9, when in doubt, burn it out. Going back
What
to
is that
number
number?
8, do not touch the ooze.
Why would anyone
I
touch
look at
the
Finbar's
ooze? I don't
desk.
understand.
Sometimes
Okay.
it's
Oh, no, go ahead.
necessary. Sometimes it is necessary to take evidence. Unless it is ooze, then we do not touch the ooze.
If the evidence is in the ooze, then you leave the ooze alone. Is that the rule?
Correct.
Okay.
You're fucked if it's in the use.
As this conversation is happening, Chael, you walk through the doors. Could you introduce yourself actually to the stream? Hello, Chael.
Hi, how are you? I'm so sorry I'm late.
It's all fine. Don't worry about it. Who are you playing tonight, Chael? Could you briefly describe who they are and what they do for us?
Yes, sorry, I have dogs everywhere. I am playing a dwarven ranger female. Her name is Vistra.
Okie dokie, so-
Thank you.
As you folks are having this conversation and due diligence is handing out the pamphlets explaining them all, you watch as a female dwarf comes through the door. She appears to be a ranger of sorts with her garb.
Oh, are you here for the dating show thing? Competition? Blind date? Something to do with that? Cilla Black? What?
Well, I suppose I am now. Mostly I just wanted some alcohol, but okay.
I'm gonna need alcohol to go on all these
Well, I will
blind
take what
dates.
we can.
Cheers to that.
Well, luckily for all of
Cheers.
you,
Definitely
I've heard that
cheers.
Scintilla likes to get good and loaded before a show, so you might be in luck.
Uh-huh.
As in baked
Oh.
potato, sour cream, chives, butter,
Um,
bacon bits.
in the alcohol sense, too. But we could find you a baked potato if you did like.
I don't eat.
You know,
Excellent
if you
point.
ferment enough baked potatoes, you'll get vodka.
That is very true.
She does
Sounds like a
have
plan.
a very good point.
So, question: We
Okay.
are abandoning the date show plan to do baked vodka. Is that it? No more dating
Baked
show. We just go.
vodka!
Yeah, there you go.
I may have some copper tubing. I could be used as a still if necessary.
We have talked about this. You are technically police property and therefore unable to make stills. It is against the law.
Is that- I'm not allowed to be turned into a still.
No,
I am
you are an
able.
officer. Yes, you are able, physically able to be turned into a still. Yes, that is true. However, police department rules state that you are not allowed to become a still. You are not permitted. You may lose your badge.
I almost did last week. By the way, he has several patches and really shiny spots where he just got back from the repair shop after last week. Still
So-
got a few dents that need to be banged out.
No. I feel so
Taste the
bad about
effort.
it.
Wizard,
Alright.
squishy.
Hey, not that squishy. It took a good few hits. Okay, so is there anything you would like to do before you head out to the TBC studios?
Make 2 liters of vodka. I think that's the plan.
Due diligence, you can become a distillery, right? That's how that works. Sweet. We'll pop some potatoes and due diligence. We'll have some vodka on the go.
I do have some old coffee that seems to have turned into Kahlua.
Well, perfect. That saves us the trouble of actually making the alcohol.
At this point, you watch as Captain Colt puts his hands in his pockets and he whistles as he trots into his office and says, "I'll pretend I heard none of this, but make sure on next inspection it's all gone."
Back in Finbar's
Was that
desk. Yes.
I think there was a green light to make the said alcohol, no?
Sounds promising.
Good.
And I have a warrant.
But the pipes are in
So we're
Finbar's
good.
desk.
No, I have copper tubing.
Oh,
And he
that's
opens
okay.
up a hatch on his capsule-shaped body and pulls out copper tubing. Everything that's needed to turn him into a distillery.
Okay. So you guys start making do into a still? Okay.
He's very
This
happy
is all I
percolating
ever
along.
dreamed it could be. Everything I ever dreamed this could be.
What if
We
we
have
just-
great office parties.
What are we doing? Okay, so you begin to make alcohol within your robotic wizard friend. But before long, you are bundled up into a carriage and sent down to the TBC studios. You see, this is a large, imposing building. It's made of concrete and it looks industrial, and it doesn't look all too pleasing from the outside, except for an extremely large and gaudy sign stuck on the top. We're talking like Las Vegas-esque, like neon blinking lights, just, fonts all over the place. It's got 12 different fonts on this sign, even though it only says TBC. But you're escorted through, and you're given a small guided tour of all the shows that are made here. You see Summerdale Farm is being made off in one of the studios, and Borough Nation Street in another. And I'm really clutching at straws to remember British TV shows.
Yeah, and that's West Enders,
West Enders is made in another, and you bump into a couple of the stars from West Enders, and you're greeted with over-the-top Cockney accents like "Hello, Governor," as you meet them.
Ricky!
Ricky! Extremely British humor. Okay.
Very specific.
Okay, so you are brought through to the dressing rooms, makeup rooms, and you're all sat down in front of big mirrors, and makeup people come in, and they're throwing powders at you, they're putting foundation on you, eyeliner, lipsticks, all of it. You're all being dressed up to the nines, done up like Ken and Barbie dolls. Your faces probably would crack if you smiled. And you're sat there in the chairs as a sort of short human woman with big poofy red hair, wearing a suit, comes in, and she says, "Oh, hello, loves. How's it going? How you doing? So you are lucky contestants tonight." I totally forgot how Cilla Black sounds. So I'm really sorry. Rest in peace, Cilla.
We have to be here. We're under orders.
Oh, well, here, this'll help. And she gives you a small hip flask that's quite large for her. Here, have one of these. They'll get you in the mood.
I pull out a martini glass, pull out a martini glass and hand it to her. It's full.
Thanks, love. Lager, could you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, God. What have I just drunk? Apparently not. That will be a 4.
This
Good.
stuff
This is going to go well.
is like literal fire as you drink it. It burns all the way down. And you feel it hit your stomach, and you feel instantly a little bit woozy. You're not quite white girl wasted yet, but you're like tipsy. You're a middle-aged ladies having lunch tipsy.
Nice. I just hold the thing out and put my head down and try to breathe.
Thank you. So Scintilla takes the flask, she takes the martini glass, and you watch as she just double fists this alcohol. And she chugs the flask like it's water. This thing does not touch her. She says, anybody else?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right.
Dude's still staring at himself in the mirror with the lipstick that's been applied around his speakers. The false eyelashes over the single camera with the bright blue eyeshadow.
Yes.
Applied on top of it.
Yes.
And 2 red dots that are somewhere between the single camera eye and the speaker grill with lipstick on it that have been applied.
Beautiful.
Look very nice, due diligence. They did an excellent job.
Is this required for all dating?
Yes. I think I put a
Let's
bit
go
more
with yes.
glitter
I
in my
see.
beard. That'd be great.
I will
I
have to
just
add
want you
these
to
things
make
to my
it
disguise kit.
It's just to show that you made an effort, you know? They want to feel like you care about going on a date with them. Sooty knows all about the wooing. I get some.
Usually if I just make my wand vibrate, that's all I need to do.
Just a wand,
Like sitting
not a
on a
staff.
washing machine.
Okay, so just a disclaimer, this stream is not for children. If you are under the age of 18, turn this off
Like-
now. Go to bed. Okay. Scintilla pats you on the back, too, and she says, oh, save that for the cameras. That's gold. That's beautiful. Oh, right. I'm just going to go get my face on, and I'll see you all in 10. Good luck.
Would you like one of mine?
No.
And he pulls out a disguise kit.
I like to imagine it's one of those like really realistic silicone-looking face masks.
Oh my god.
It looks like you
Mike
just ripped
Myers,
someone's-
Captain Kirk again.
looks like you just ripped someone's face off, and she's like, "Oh, no, it's all right, love. No, you. I'll see you in a bit."
Very well.
Well, this seems like it's going to be a very interesting first day on the job. Remember when I said that you would have no problem in the dating scenario, due diligence? Well, I'm starting to doubt that a little bit, but let's see how it goes for you.
Hush,
Okay.
bro.
Sorry, I just got very confused about the vibrating wand. I'm not sure. Where does it come out from? Is it the fingers? Is it I don't know.
It's an attachment.
Go gadget wand. Oh
Go
lord.
catch it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, so
Speaking of makeup, I probably should have
we're
worn
back
it.
in the room. We're back in the room. I can't look at any of you right now. So, after a short while, one of the production staff comes and grabs you and brings you out onto the stage. You're led to a series of stools set up on this very elaborate stage. You see that half the stage is hidden behind a divider, and there are 5 stools set up for the 5 of you on the other side. You're all given a stool to sit on, and you are left there while the production crew get to work setting up the cameras, the audience is filing in, and you are told to basically don't move because we need to get the cameras, don't move from your marks, we need to sort the cameras out. And so they're setting up everything. The lighting people are coming over with those like cool lighty things to check balance. I know technical things. Microphones are placed and adjusted. There's a whole, testing dealy. But before long, the house lights go down. Oh, okay. So chat has just said we have an advantage for Chael. So you have an advantage, Chael. So if you need to roll something, say that. Use it. Okay. So the house lights go down, and you hear, "Now on TBC, will it be love at first sight, or will it be the blind date from hell?" And you hear the music, "Da-da-da, da-da-da," which is actually the blind date music, which I remembered from about 15 years ago. And once again, after the music plays and the lights go crazy and you see someone holding up a big card to the audience saying applaud and they all go, "Woo!" You hear a second announcement voice say, "Ladies and gentlemen, it's Blind Date. And here is your host, Scintilla Black." And the audience is like, "Woo!" As she comes out and she's like, "Hello!" And she's waving. You can't see her right now. She's hidden behind the divide. But she steps out, she does her little monologue, she gets the crowd all wired up, they're all cheering and hollering, and she steps out from behind the divider, and she says, "And here's our bunch of contestants tonight. We have, first up, we have the metallic marvel, Due Diligence. Tell us a bit about who you are and where you're from, Due."
I am a wizard from the police department.
And you see she's like,
criminal.
That's amazing. Well done, well done. Nice to meet you, Due Diligence. And next up, we have an interesting fellow. We have Lager, Mr. Lager Shandy.
Good evening. I'm Lager Shandy, and I'm not sure I'm in the right place, but I had to come here. Convenient, because I'm seeking my one true love.
Oh, well, who's hoping we can find them for you, love? And she pets you on the shoulder and moves across. She moves on to the next one. She says, "And we have the pint-sized pixie herself, Sooty."
Hello. My name's Sooty. I like long walks on the beach, but there isn't really a coast nearby, so I guess that really involves a really long road trip. Please bring snacks. I'm always down for snacks. And I'll tell you what, food and alcohol. Just put a drink in me and I'm pretty good to go.
She laughs. She goes, "You and me both." Well, and next up we have, oh my god, sorry, Chael, I totally forgot to ask your character's name.
You're okay. It's Vistra.
Vistra. Okay. Vistra with a V or B for Bravo?
E.
V. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have the Dwarven Lass, this heroic ranger, Vistra.
I was just told there would be free alcohol. And, if I find somebody to take home, great.
Oh, I like her.
Do hand you a
Can
drink.
I go with her?
Yes,
Ooh,
please.
she turns to the crowd and says, "We might have love amongst the contestants themselves. A first for Blind Date." And the crowd is like, "Ooh." And then she comes to you, Renard. And last, and certainly not least, we have the dashing man himself, Mr. Renard Richelieu.
Why, hello everyone. My name is Renard, of course. Thank you for the lovely introduction, by the way, Scintilla. You look lovely tonight. Lovely. And of
She
course,
grabs your hand and she says, "Ooh, can I take you home?"
Well, of course, if that's what you want. But anyway, I am a man of fine taste. Everything that is related to food and fine wine, I am your man.
She just kind of turns to the camera and she says, "I'm going home with this one." And the crowd's like, "Ooh." And then she says, Now, let's all meet the person that these fine folks are here to be dating. His name is Engelbert Hopperdink, and he's from sunny Lilydelphia. And she goes back across the divide, and there is a loud crowd reaction. You're not entirely sure what they're reacting to, as you can't see Mr. Hopperdink currently. And she says, "Oh, come on then, love. Tell us a little bit about yourself." And you hear a voice say, "Well, I'm a prince." And the audience is like, "Ooh." "And I'm heir to a moderately large kingdom. I'm looking for a fellow royal all of my own." And the audience is just losing their minds at this guy. They are loving
charming?
him. No,
Is this
it's not charming. This is Susie is very limited at the accents she can do. This is the
When you said Prince, I thought, oh no, Prince Charming's using a fake name on the show.
No, this is not Charming. Charming, you haven't actually seen Charming since the cream incident. Which with no context is horrific, but with context is just as horrific. So don't even worry about it.
It involved green scales.
So you once again hear Scintilla say, "All right, Duck. Now you have 3 questions, and these are for our eligible bachelors and bachelorettes. How's about we get this show on the road?" And he goes, "All right, Scintilla." Question 1. All my friends are royalty, and when we're out, they all like to talk shop. So I like to distract them by asking about the price of potatoes. If your friends were boring you, what would you say to change the conversation? And I'm going to give this to number 1, which is due diligence.
Do you have a warrant?
Is that your answer, love? You hear from Scintilla?
Yes. Rule number 3.
All right. Rule number 3. Oh, it seems like Dew has a set of rules. And then you hear him say, same a question to number 2, which I believe was Lager.
Okay. Well, number 1 may not know the price of potatoes, but she certainly knows the value of them, and is brewing up a storm right now.
Oh, an unusual tactic. Promoting another contestant over yourself. We'll see if this works out for Lager Shandy in the long run, eh?
God, I hope not.
We're just going to work along to get everybody's answers. So next up, I believe, was Sooty.
Oh, wait, what was the question again? I got lost with potatoes and started thinking of all the ways that I could eat potatoes. Like poutine, Hasselback potatoes, nachi, potato skins, rusty, patas bravas, gratin, baked potato, roast potato. Oh, roast potato and duck fat is really good. Sorry, what was the question? Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
I was wondering how long it would take. And you hear the contestants say, now you're making me hungry." And next up is Vistra. So how would you distract your friends if they were boring you?
I think I would ask them where the nearest pub is.
I see a simple woman. I like it. And finally, to contestant number 5.
Well, of course, I would divert attention to myself, and I cast prestidigitation, make some fireworks around myself.
The crowd is immediately like, ooh, ah, wow, as the small display happens.
Due diligence, fire extinguisher pops up, starts spraying.
watch as cameras quickly pan away from this scene back to Scintilla and Engelbert as the production crew are like, stop it, stop it.
We are in a public building. There are fire hazard laws.
Push the spout down gently. Not here.
No, this is just lights. It is no fire hazard. I don't know.
Well, it appears that contestant number 5 has a sparkling display for you, Engelbert. Perhaps that will be enough to draw you home. What about question number 2? And he says, well, Scintilla, my brother is a florist, and I often see him about with bundles of flowers. Because of this, the flowers don't really do it for me. So, what unusual gift would you give me as a romantic gesture? And I'll start with number 5 this time.
Very interesting and unusual question, my prince. Well, obviously, the most lovely thing one could give to you was probably your own face. So I would commission a portrait of yourself and give it to you.
Yeah, it could go with my others. You feel like... Roll me an insight check, Renan, just to see this reaction.
I think it's the accent, Sooty.
I mean, it works. It really works.
Yeah, I'm finding myself.
So, 21 total.
21. You feel like you might have lost him a bit with that answer.
Oh no.
Okay, so the next question, that question to Vistra. What unusual gift would you get the prince?
I'd give him a rock that I dug up out of one of the mines.
A rock?
Yeah.
Interesting. Anything
Is that 'cause
in
you're gonna
particular
rock this
about
world?
this?
It sparkles on the inside. I don't know what more you want from me.
What kind of people have we brought onto this show? Okay, and same question again to Seti, please.
I would give the prince... someone to trust. I feel like you can't trust any royalty these days.
Yeah, she's
Especially
quite
the
right.
charming ones.
Yeah,
Exactly, they're
looking
all
to stab each other.
charming. They've all got charisma. And I don't know, sometimes you just need somebody to talk to.
Yes. You can hear the smile in his voice on this one, and the crowd seems to be pretty warm to this response. They like it. Okay.
Then I'd
On to
also give them Shale's Rock, because then I'll rock your world.
Oh, smooth, and the crowd is like, woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a big rock, but okay.
Oh, it's a big rock. Oh, goodness. See, I really am going home with Shale tonight.
I got you.
And Laga, what unusual gift would you give our prince?
Well, if he's anything like me, he'd want to get out of here too, so I think a holiday's in order.
Where to? Where would this far-flung destination be? Just make up.
Point at the door and go, that way?
I see. A big thinker. I like it. Scintilla's like, dude, come on, man. You could have picked anywhere in the world, and yeah, pick a door. She's like, work with me, man. And last but not least, due diligence. What gift would you give our handsome prince?
He starts pulling patches off of his kind of ratty robe that he wears, and he pulls off a patch and he tosses it down. He goes, well, this is a silver coffer, 1 foot by 6 inches. It is worth 500 gold pounds. I have, he rips off another one, 10 gems worth 100 gold pieces each.
Take those.
Would you like a steel mirror? I have a rowboat.
Thank you, due diligence. It appears that Du is the robot with many gifts. So, Prince, how do you feel about these answers? And you see that the audience is kind of like on tenterhooks, see what he says. And he says, oh, well, the contestant number 3. Nope. Yes, 3. The one that said she would rock my world. I like that. It's impertinent. I don't hear that from the peasantry often. I like it. However, contestant number 1, being able to summon things is also quite useful to a prince. And at this point, Scintilla turns to the cows and says, and that's where we'll take our commercial break. And so the cameras sort of go down, and you're told that you are off air while this break is happening. You have at least 5 minutes to take a breath and to chat amongst yourselves.
Oh my god, I wasn't nervous, but now after this I'm so nervous. What is happening? Oh, I'm sweating. Oh.
I can't believe we've got.
Mister's gonna get up and go walk off and get a beer. She'll be right back.
I was holding in my stomach throughout all of that. I heard you look 10 pounds heavier on television. On every camera. And there's a lot of cameras here.
Oh no, I did not know that, but now I'm worried as well. Oh.
Right. It's a big fear. Big fear. As soon as the TV comes back on, I'm gonna be like...
Okay, no, I will do the same. Yes, that's a very wise decision. No, yeah, of course.
We got this.
So, Lager and Du, you see as Renat and Seti just start turning bright red under all the makeup as they're holding their breath and sucking in their stomachs.
So I should.
I'm starting to count on my fingers to see how long they can hold this.
I should lose weight. And he opens it up, and out comes the coffee urn. And out comes the dot matrix printer.
You're really going to throw your load all over the place, are you?
There's the vending machine. Half the manacles come out. Do I look lighter?
You're in fine shape.
I have no idea how you fit everything inside, but I'm not gonna go that way. This is gonna go... Anyway, why do you want the manacles?
I am an officer of the law.
Oh, of course, sometimes I forget. It's all this dating, blind date thing. It takes my mind other places. Don't worry.
Okay, so while you folks have some downtime between being on air, I'd like you all to roll me just general perception checks.
I got a 3.
16.
Mm-hmm.
22.
I got a 15, and I have a +1 in perception. 16.
Okie doke. And what did Du get?
Du's trying to get Fantasy Grounds to roll.
Oh.
Du is having problems keeping it in the box. Which is not unusual for Du. Let's go with a 13.
A 13.
I don't know why it's not showing up. Yeah.
Okay, so Lager, Renard, and Vistra, you notice that, I mean, you're not especially familiar with the inside of a television studio. This is the first time you've been in one, but something here seems strange. Something seems off in a manner. The crew are very efficient, and don't appear to be moving much from their posts or really doing much, yet they all seem to be communicating with each other and acting in unison together. Beyond, obviously, the studio, like the guy on the floor that's like screaming at you guys to stop fire extinguishing and stuff like that. That guy seems like on the level. But like the people operating the cameras and operating the lights, they're all quite mechanical and strange. And the crowd, when they're not being prompted to do something, they are incredibly passive. Their faces fall instantly blank.
I feel oddly comfortable in this environment.
Me too.
I didn't know there was so many Warforged in the Thailandia. This is quite weird. And I kind of whispered to, I guess, who's nearest to me? I'm not sure. Vistra, I guess, because contestant number 4. Vistra, did you notice this? But look at these people. They are not people. They are not moving unless prompted.
Are they robots? Scratching the chin.
No, this is very annoying because if I won someone here was the crowd, not the prince. I'm going home empty-handed.
Well, I mean, give me some mail and, talk to you after the show. That's all you're worried about.
Well, I guess it's no big deal. Oh well, let's just keep on with the show, I guess.
At the end of the day, we had fun, right? Can't put a price on free drinks and fun.
Rock.
I'm with you on the free drinks, of course, but you can't put a price on that prince, huh? Literally.
That's true. I bet he's worth a lot in the black market.
Not exactly what I was going for, but probably yes.
Anybody got any rope? I think we could just fashion it, ransom.
I could just grab any random thing out of my pocket and try and throw it at one of the cameramen.
Okay.
Oh, Vistra. Vistra.
We'll see. You've got like a. I got you about the wild magic surge, so we'll see who wins the show.
Ooh.
You reach into your pocket and you pull out like a copper piece, and you just sort of.
caltrops.
You throw a caltrop at cameraman, blink, and you watch as it passes straight through his head onto the floor.
Oh, special effects and everything. This is high production value.
The CGI on this production is very high, actually.
Do would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Are you casting it? Just straight up casting it? Yeah, you don't have ritual, right? Okay. So
I do, but he's just gonna straight up cast it.
Gotcha. Okay, so you what components does is it verbal, somatic, material?
Oh,
do you have to like do a Doctor Strange sort of like
Let me check.
It's verbal and somatic.
Verbal and somatic. So actually, I don't think I've ever asked how do casts spells like this, like with verbal and somatic components, because usually wizards have like really cool hand signs like Naruto, and then say some cool stuff. I mean, cool hand signs and Naruto don't go together. That's not. But how does you do it?
Well, Do only has one somatic that he learned, and that's this.
All spells are the same.
Yes. For due diligence, yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
And what comes out sounds like somebody having a stroke because his spell book looks like an IKEA manual. So he's trying to read the spell phonetically.
Okay. So after you watch Lager pick up a caltrop and throw it through the head of one of the cameramen, You guys notice as Due Diligence suddenly just lifts up both middle fingers to the audience and the cameraman and says something like horrific, like in tone. It sounds like he's speaking in tongues as this just jumbled mess of words comes out of his mouth. And
please tell me we've just gone live. Please tell me we've just gone live.
At this, the big red light comes on with on air, and as it does do, this entire place lights up.
Oh.
And everyone in here.
Ooh.
I've always heard that television was magical. It's true.
I don't think that's what they meant, due diligence.
You watch as the camera sort of pans across you all and comes to deal with both middle fingers raised. It just quickly pans away. Just until there's a hard cut, and the stage manager is like, "Put those fingers down. What are you doing? Oh my god, we're gonna get fined. What are you doing?" And eventually, someone comes over and just grabs your hands and unfurls the other fingers, so you have like open hands like this. And they go, "Don't do that again."
It is necessary if I'm going to cast magic.
Why are you casting magic? The only
Because
magic
this
here
a
is the magic of
magical
love.
place.
Yeah, well, stop, because if that's how you cast magic, then you can't do it on air.
Oh, that's kink shaming right there.
No,
That is.
no.
That's rule
Yeah,
2.
rule number 2,
It's a
no
little
kink
bit,
shaming.
let's be honest.
Like
it is a little
the
bit.
prince and his brother with the flowers.
Look,
You should
the
not kink shame him
Broadcasting
for his
Standards
flowers.
Agency will shit down our necks if you do that again.
That would be a violation of public health laws.
Yes, it would. So let's not have this happen again. Okay. All right. Have a good
I
show,
will do my
everybody.
best.
He backs up.
Just turn your back to the camera when you cast spells.
And you hear the voice of Scintilla saying, "And we're back. Thank you very much for bearing with us during that short commercial break. Let's now on to question 3 from our eligible prince." And you hear the voice say, "The craziest thing I've ever done after a heated argument is jump into a lake to cool off. What's the craziest thing you've ever done as a result of a row?" And I will address that question to contestant number 1.
The craziest thing I've ever done. I would say cast fireball on the porch of the pig's house.
Oh, it sounds like old contestant number 1 is a hunker burning love. How about contestant number 2? On to Lager.
Probably this, and I'm going to cast Blink.
Okay, what does Blink do?
Well, if it depends on what I roll. Yes. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'll do it in here, so that works. It's just a straight D20, and yes, I disappear. I've gone ethereal until the start of my next turn. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to get out of the chair and sneak out to somewhere in the back.
Okay.
Somewhere out back to see if I can figure out where all this magic is coming from and why.
Okay, so as you turn invisible, there is a... Ooh! Where'd he go? Like a shocked gasp from the audience, and you hear Scintilla say, "Oh, bless him, he's so nervous he's gone and turned invisible. I'm sure he'll show up just in time for our daring prince." Okay, let's move swiftly on to contestant number 3, Sooty. What is the wildest thing you've ever done?
Well, probably this one time when I became a dire wolf. We had a pretty fun time with the pack. I mean, Hashtag through it life. Every day's a wild day with me.
No
It
kink
seems
shaming.
like contestant number 3 is hungry like the wolf. Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy. She'll eat you up. And moving on to contestant number 4, we have Vistra. What is the wildest thing you've ever done?
Well, one time when I was mining, I tore my shirt, so I just finished out the rest of the job naked. It was the most logical thing to do.
I'm not going to say the
Hashtag
first
mining.
thing. I'm not going to say the first thing that came to my mind.
Digging for gold.
Perhaps contestant number 4 will dig deep for your love, Prince. Go on, what would due diligence do?
The shaft.
It was something else to do with tunnels and love tunnels and nakedness and never mind. Moving swiftly on. Contestant number 5, last but not least, Renard, what is the wildest thing you have done?
Well, the craziest thing I've ever done for love was to break in the cellar of a very famous person in my town, and we drank a lot of wine. Bottles were flying everywhere, going into places they shouldn't go, and the rest I will not say on live TV.
That's probably for the best. Thank you very much, contestant number 5, for that thrilling answer. All right. So, meanwhile, Laga, you have sneaked off the stage away from this, and I would like you to roll me a investigation check.
Yeah, 9.
9, okay. Actually, I'll give you advantage because you did sort of throw a caltrop through a man's head earlier.
Fair enough.
That did happen.
Easy. And that's even worse. So yeah, 9.
Okay. So you can't exactly detect where this is coming from, but you, as you're sneaking around, get the feeling that this whole studio might just be an illusion. But at this point, you get a look at the prince, who's talking with Scintilla, and you see he is a young man with a very, very sort of like Germanic royal style uniform, so you know, like the very military thing with the big epaulettes and the ropes and the sash and the medals. And he's got very square jaw, job perm boots, of course, like too many belts. He has neatly coiffed hair, and he stood very, imperially, with his chin up in the air. But again, something doesn't seem quite right about him either. In fact, nothing in here seems right. Not even Scintilla doesn't seem right. There's something, you can't quite put your finger on it, but something's fucky, and it's not right.
Chat has suggested I throw something at him, so I will. Aiming for the prince.
Okay, you throw
As soon as I
caltrop
pop
at the
back
prince?
in, as soon as I pop back in, I'll flick another caltrop at the prince.
Okay, so you appear before the prince suddenly, and Scintilla gasps. She says, "Oh, well, this is breaking with protocol." And then you just reach into your pocket and flick a caltrop at the prince's head. Dunk! It bounces square off the middle of his forehead, and it leaves a little red welt as it drops on the floor. And he goes, "Oh, what was the meaning of this, you impertinent peasant?"
Language, and just checking, and I'll flick one at Scintilla as well.
Okay, you flick a caltrop at Scintilla. And you actually roll me an attack for this one.
Ooh. Dex?
Yep.
Okay. 16. 16.
16. Okay. You actually, your aim is a bit off of this. Scintilla is much shorter than the prince, and you aim about a good 6 inches above her head, but it still impacts something and drops to the ground.
Ooh. Okay.
At this point,
At
Scintilla
that
is
point-
gesturing to her stage manager.
No, I
and
don't
she's like,
disappear this time.
and she's mouthing, "Can we get some security in here, please?"
Damn,
Something
that
is
would have been a
going-
good time to disappear.
You do have time to act before. What does this number 3 do?
Ooh, nothing. That's to see if I disappeared at the end of
Gotcha.
the round again. So, no, I didn't. To act, oh God, I wish I had dispel magic now. What have I got? I'm not going to use it just yet, but I'm going to put a Hexblade's curse on her just in case I need to.
Okay.
Okay.
Have we
Okay,
seen
so-
what's been going on here?
No, this is all behind the divide. You've heard at this point
Oh,
a small
okay.
scuffle. You've heard 2 tiny metallic blink blink sounds as 2 caltrops have been flicked at various people, and you've heard
face.
Scintilla call for security. And I feel at this point, because Lager has thrown off the game, as it were, Lager should receive the wild magic surge. So you need to roll as 1d10,000.
10,000. Okay.
I'll get up the chart.
Sounds like the humans jumping, buddy.
Oh, sorry, that's not right. It's just D10,000, isn't it? Oh, that's just rolling 10,000 all the time. What am I doing?
/roll die
Oh, right.
1d
I
10,000.
Not enough zeros. 10,000. Unable to find table. I have no idea what that means.
Do you want to just type it for him, Cleric? See if the command will come up. Meanwhile, in the studio, you guys can definitely hear that something is happening behind this divider. Shenanigans are afoot.
For some reason, it's not wanting to roll. It says there's no table for it, so I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
but okay. Give me 1 second. I'll do a workaround. Okay, so if you guys would like to just what are you guys up to behind the barrier while I sort this out?
So, where did Lager go? What is this commotion? What? I bet this is. I never trusted that guy. Comes here first day with his broody looks, coming here against his will. Oh, this is tragedy.
But it is your
Oh my
first
God,
day as well.
Well,
Yeah, but clearly, I'm behaving properly.
I'm pretty sure you might have won.
At least
Me?
with Scylla.
Oh, well, that
It
would be a
sounds
victory,
like
of
the
course.
human got tired of waiting.
Ah.
Okay, so you got 5343, which is, let's find out. That is not that. 5343. I've lost it. There it is. You now have an innate and deep fear of rainfall.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
very scared of the rain.
The rain.
Waiting
Okay.
for Sooty to start casting spells.
Oh, Druid. Oh, no. Right.
Oh no. Okay, so you have time to do an action, Lager, before security come and drag you away.
Ooh, Okay. Am I really going to be this stupid? I think I am.
It's D&D. Do the stupid thing.
Yeah, I'll do the stupid thing.
Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going for Scintilla's real head, assuming that is her real head up there, and I'm going to wrathful smite her. I'm TV, folks. This is the entertainment you paid for. No, it's not.
Are you not entertained?
And having heard the call for security, Due Diligence is ripping off the false eyelashes, pulling out his badge, and is rolling forward. Philadelphia Police Department. Nobody move.
Okay, so roll your attack on Scintilla Black.
Scintilla. Oh no.
Oh, I did.
No.
No, my potential lover.
Oh,
What are you
damn.
crying about?
11.
You still got me.
Okay, 11 does not hit, doesn't deal damage, but you swipe for Scintilla, and you catch for a second as her blue eyes, sure they were blue, suddenly it flash into a burning deep red for a moment as you slash at her, and I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Hey.
We actually made it to combat, folks.
Got an 11.
I can just imagine now you're gonna just hear City like,
A dream is a wish. Your heart makes. You are sweet.
Okay, so any values between 25 and 20? 20 to 15?
18.
19.
Okay, so that's a 19 from Renard and 18 from Dew.
Yes.
Okay, 15 to 10?
11.
And an 11.
12.
Okay, what is your dex, Sooty?
my dex is 2.
Okay.
Mine's 2 as
Okay, and what is your dex, Lager?
3. Just 3.
Okay, Lager, and then Fistra. So that means, who have we got? We've got everybody. Cool. All right. So up first is Renard. You hear this scuffle. You hear Lager sort of unleash a weapon. You hear and watch as Due Diligence rips off his very nice false eyelash and runs in with wheels in with his badge raised. What would you like to do?
I'll just sigh very loudly. Oh, I thought this was a game show, but no. Apparently, we have to do police work. I thought it was a day off. Anyway, and I start walking towards the curtain and try open it, see what I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So,
the vine or what it was.
Yeah, it's like a bit of MDF plywood. It's crap, so you can just easily push that aside. And you can see right now in front of you is a very shocked-looking prince with a little red mark in the middle of his head. And you see Scintilla being faced with Lager, who's kind of like looming over her with a weapon raised. And she looks panicked and scared.
Okay. I would say, Lager, what are you doing? This is not proper behavior of an officer of the law. Stop it at this right moment. And I will hold person in case Lager tries to hit Scintilla on Lager.
Oh, that's going to happen. So.
Okay.
Okay, so that will bring us to Due Diligence.
He's going to wheel around and take an assessment of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I am holding catapult for as an action, once we get a clearer picture of what's happening, if there's another attack, then he'll cast the spell. But for now, he's holding it.
Okay.
So he's got that silver coffer that's a foot long and 6 inches wide, and he's just kind of holding it in a wind up like a pitch.
Okay. Okay, sure. Which will bring us to Scintilla, and she turns and she sees Renard, she sees Jew. Oh, help me! This man's a lunatic. He just attacked me out of nowhere. And she will she basically use her turn to beg for help and call for security. Sooty, you're up.
So Sooty's gonna question, like, are we really meant to be attacking Sintra Black here? Is she the bad guy? I've been a big fan for a very long time.
Just kind of looking at due diligence for, like, confirmation, like,
Is this really what we're doing here?
I do not know. I do not know what we are doing here. I could have had today off.
That's true.
then I will cast Hold Person.
Okay, who are you casting it on?
I guess we're trying to hold Scylla? Sintra?
Okay, so City, you reach out and you channel your energy and your magic to cast Hold Person on Scintilla. It doesn't even touch her. It has no effect.
Uh-oh. Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. Not good at all.
Seeing that, I think that's when Dew will cast the silver box at her.
Okay.
Is
that
his arm
an attack?
Yep. His arm functions just like a trebuchet.
Of course it does. Why wouldn't it?
Let's see. Scylla needs to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15, please.
Ooh, that is a 12.
All right, she's going to take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. 11 points. 11 bludgeoning
points.
damage. Yep.
Okay. So, as Dew launches the silver coffer at Scintilla, you watch as it impacts like on the top of her head and slightly above it. And you see the form of Scintilla disappears. And you see a large red figure with horns and 2 huge wings sprouting from its back. In her left hand, you see a dark iron mace covered in terrible barbs. And in her right, you see the tiny flashcard she was holding. She turns to you all and says, "Surprise, surprise!"
That is not Scintilla Black.
Oh,
You've been waiting all night to say that, haven't you?
I've been holding on to it. Okay. So, with that damage done, that will bring us to Laga.
Okay, this is worse than I thought then. But sword in hand, I'm not holding back. Oh, crap. 9. Second attack, which will hopefully be better than the first. No, it won't! Okay, 9 and 9, so I assume those both miss.
They do, unfortunately, yes.
I
That
will
was
let my
pointless.
spell fizzle instead of casting it on Lager.
It's probably a bad idea to hold person your comrade in front of a pit fiend. Okay.
Why is a
We'll
pit
bring
fiend
us-
running a dating show?
Because she's the devil in disguise. Come on. It will bring us to Vistra.
Well, this is why I don't go on dating shows. And she's going to attack with her short sword.
All right, roll your attack.
Ooh, 20. Nat 20.
20 hits. A nat 20. Ooh, crit.
There you go.
So
There you
roll
go.
your damage. So we roll our damage dice twice. So you double the amount of dice you normally would roll. Yeah, as Architect points out, I did foreshadow this. I said, would it be the blind date from hell? I did say it.
We were not smart enough to pick up on the clue. Sorry.
So what was your damage, Vistra?
Got a 1 and a 3. So.
1 and a 3. So total 4. What's your dexterity score? Because you add that to damage too.
+2.
Or strength. Dex or strength, whichever one you attack with.
Strength is +3.
Okay, so that would be total 7 then. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Any movement or anything like that?
No, I think she's just gonna attack her sword, then just kind of get out of the way so I don't get attacked.
All right. Okay. That will bring us to the prince, who immediately starts backing away from everything in a horrified sort of like, what is going on here? He's like tiptoeing backwards. Which will bring us right back to the top of the round. So Renard.
Oh, well, I was not expecting this. Well, in that case, and I start running backwards 30 feet, like full speed. And I'll cast Firebolt at Scintilla, or Devil Scintilla, whatever this is.
Okay.
Natural 1! So no.
Okay. The firebolt just sort of goes poof across her like a pit fiend chest, and she just. Okay.
Bonus action, I'll cast a spiritual weapon, 3rd level, and a giant giant octopus tentacle just shows up and tries to grab onto the Pit Fiend or Scintilla.
Okay.
Don't ask me why I went there. 19 to hit though?
19 will hit.
Okay. In that case, it is 11 points of force damage.
11 points of force damage. Dang, nice. All right. So, this tentacle comes up and hits Pit Fiend Scintilla, and you hear her say in the exact same voice she had in her human form, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going, cheeky boy.
Last week. Yes.
Which will actually conveniently bring us to do.
Yes, I too have seen hentai. And he's going to cast Chill Touch.
Ooh, okay.
I'm surprised you don't have like a tentacle arm or something in there.
Okay, it would be really nice if this would stay in the box. No. Okay. Let's try this again. Urgh. Does that count?
I'm not seeing anything.
It does not like me. Come on, Fantasy Grounds. Okay, there's a 7 plus 7, 14. I mean, it's in the box.
14.
So.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
That's cool. I trust you. So a 14 to hit.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
He just looks at the first time that the skeletal hand has failed him. I do not understand. This would have been a good touch.
Good touch, not cool, just chill.
Oh, moving swiftly on. Is there anything else Dew wants to do in his turn?
No, he's just kind of standing there a little bit in shock because it hasn't worked. And he's like, I don't understand.
Oh, poor Dew. Okay, which will bring us up to Scintilla's turn. Should I do that, or is that mean? No, that's... I've never got to cast one of these. So you watch as Scintilla raises up her hand and she begins muttering something in a horrible, infernal language you've never heard. And I would like you all to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Counter spell.
Ah, bugger.
Oh. The spell fizzles.
And due diligence goes, somatic compound.
And Scintilla looks visibly upset at this. Her tail is swishing around behind her in a very displeased manner. Sooty, you're up.
Sooty, having, heard due diligence's comment of, like, it would have been a good touch. She's like,
Oh. Guidance.
and she'll touch, like due diligence, like,
Here's a good touch.
and she'll cast guidance on due diligence. Yay!
So that is a D4 to attack and saving throw rolls, I believe.
I'm helping.
Is there anything
Yes,
else
Sooty,
you would like
you are.
to do, Sooty?
No, Sooty's still really in shock that she's having to attack her idol.
Oh no.
The little hatch will pop open in case Sooty needs to hide.
Does Sooty crawl inside? Okay. Okay. So that will end Sooty's turn, which will bring us to Laga.
Who is now feeling guilty about ruining Sooty's day entirely. I'm going to try again. Oh, that's better. 21.
21, yes. Go for it. You hit that beloved British icon.
Oh, stop. That's not right there. And he's 7 damage. And
7
for the
damage.
Next attack. Oh dear. There we go. And 25. So,
Oh, yes, that will hit too.
and 10 damage. That's
Ooh.
piercing.
Yep. Nice. Okay, so you are letting forth quite a few heavy blows upon Scintilla, and she seems to be taking them. It doesn't appear that she is sort of, crazily strong or anything. The wounds are actually hitting her. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? A bonus action, any movement?
No, I'm afraid to move. No, I don't have a bonus action I can use right now, so nope, go ahead.
Okie doke. That will now bring us to Sooty, who is fetal within due diligence's chest cavity.
I never thought those sentences would be something I've always wanted to hear, Fetal in due diligence. So, from what we're picking up, no spells are actually working against her, right? Is that...
It's more so the fact that none of you have been. She's either succeeded on the saving throws, or the attacks haven't been enough to hit her. You're feeling she
No, I
might
hit
have
her with
quite a-
a spiritual weapon, so it
yes, the
definitely works.
spiritual weapon hits. So
Okay,
spells do
alright.
hit.
Ooh. You know what? Sooty spoke earlier about becoming a wolf and showing her wild side. Sooty's gonna get a moment where she's like, okay. You know, she'll get a little paper bag of sorts and just be like inside traditions and then like,
Okay, I'm ready.
and she'll open up the hatch and just leap out, and as she does, she'll turn into a wolf.
Nice.
Yeah. And give a bit of a snarl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe, let me just double check.
It's an action, right?
5E. Yeah, I think that is an action, just turning into the wolf.
Are you Circle of the Moon?
Yes.
Bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action. Excellent.
Oh.
Then I will just leap to dive and bite, which I believe, because I am surrounded by allies who are within 5 feet, also has an advantage on attack rolls.
It sure does.
I love druids. Okay, that
Hungry like the
one was
wolf that's playing out of the speakers.
okay, so
Is that Shakira song? She's a she-wolf in the closet?
Yes.
I'm
No,
just
that's
living
Even
my
better.
Shakira fantasies. It's fine.
Fog machines that kicks in.
Is that how Sooty in a wolf form howls? She just turns to Shakira.
one of my favorite lines in a Shakira song is she literally has a line where she says, "Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse
yes,
them with
whenever,
mountains."
wherever.
Yeah.
What?
I was just like, that's the best line ever. It's
It is.
really
Best line.
fantastic.
Out of all of her songs.
So I got a 16.
Solid.
A 16 to hit. That unfortunately does not hit. But
Okay, so I guess I go leaping past. Just
but Scintilla has noticed you
It's like,
and has
I
seen that
completely
those
missed.
hips don't lie.
You know how, like, when a dog is really excited to chase after a ball, and so they get down and their butts like shake? That's pretty much exactly what like Sooty's doing right now. But
Yeah. Okay, so that will bring us to Laga.
Okay. Ooh, that was quick. Okay. Oh, I can't do anything with that. Okay, I'm sticking with Old Faithful for the moment. Yay. No, 13's not going to hit, is it?
Nope.
Ah, that's a crit because I put the curse on her earlier, so that will be a crit.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. No, that shouldn't be 3. Why is there 3? Can I get rid of that? I'll just grab one of those. 2, that's better. So it's 9. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be a +4 on there. So 9 + 4, 13.
13. Nice. Okay. All right. So, what is your weapon that you attack with?
It's a rapier, but it's
Ooh,
my
okay.
packed weapon. So.
Cool. So super cool looking rapier. Laga lunges at her and launches a very, very impressive stab into Scintilla, which will bring us to Vistra.
Mistra's gonna jump back out of reach and she's going to attack with her longbow.
Okay, as you move out of melee range, she will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Mistra suddenly changes her mind and decides to hit with her short sword. She's just like, oh wait, nope. Just kidding.
Okay, so roll
Not
that
today.
attack.
That is a now one.
Oh. Okay, so as Chael starts to step back and starts pulling out her short bow, she watches as Scintilla turns with this big mace as if to be like, ha ha ha, and then goes, nope, and then quickly stabs up with the short sword, but like whiffs because like off balance and not in prime position for a stab. The prince is still backing up, which will bring us back to the top of the round with Ronald.
I will continue to run backwards, and I'll say, dude, that was a very good job on the counterspell. We would have been doomed. Oh, that reminds me. And I will cast Bless as 4 tiny octopus tentacles slap all of their faces and give them Bless.
Actually flinches after being hit by tentacles last week.
Oh no! Dude has
But this is a good tentacle. And as a bonus action, I'll strike again with the spiritual weapon.
Okay. Roll an attack.
It's a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit, unfortunately.
Oh my god! Okay, fine.
But you all are now under the effect of Bless, which, if you wouldn't mind just telling us what that does.
So you can add a d4 on saving throws and attack rolls.
Cool. Nice.
And that's it.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's it, yeah.
All right. So next up is Do.
Do is going to go with the old standby of Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
So we're just going to toss some of those darts of force at him. 15 plus 4, 17 points of force damage.
Nice. Oh, excuse me, I got hiccups. Okay, so just launching out of due diligence, these bolts of magical energy just boom, 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 hits Scintilla, and she sort of recoils a bit, her wings flapping, the tail swishing behind her. And she is going to glare down at... Oh.
They came out of the fingers, by the way.
Yeah. Pew, pew, pew. The pews. She is going to glare at Lager, who has been up in her grill, hitting her with his rapier, and she's going to make 4 attacks. I feel like we might have lost him, though. He's frozen, so I'm not going to kill him while he's frozen. That would be mean.
Wow.
So she's going to change her mind, and she's going to cast a spell on...
Not it.
Oh shoot, I can't really do it though without him here. Dang it. Okay,
you can just counterspell it.
Okay, sure. If you want to just counterspell it.
Yep. He'll just counterspell it.
Never gonna get cast. I'm gonna get cast a spell. Oh, I mean, she can do it at will, which is amazing. So anyway, counterspelled. She gets pissed off. Which will bring us to Sooty. No worries, no worries. So Sooty, you're up.
Okay, Sooty is going to try and use a bite, which again, I think there's still people within 5 feet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thanks, guys. Stay close. Especially since I keep rolling a 12. All right, and that's more like it though. That would make it a 20 total.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice. All right. So, 2d4 plus 2. All right. 6. 6 in total.
All right.
And you have to do a strength saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
with a DC of 11 or be knocked prone.
Okay. She makes the save with a 19.
But still.
Yeah, and it's really impressive. Like one of the police department dogs, Sooty is trained to latch onto an arm and just rip and get them down on the ground. But unfortunately, Scintilla is just too strong and manages to pry Sooty off her arm. But, Sooty, you did leave a wound in her arm. So she sort of looks at it and glares at you.
You'll see Sissy lick her chops. It's been a while since she's tasted blood. No, that makes it weird. Anyway.
That goes somewhere. Next up
I hope
would be
this doesn't
Lager.
awaken anything in me.
Next up would be Lager, but he's frozen, so we'll have him holding his turn. Which will bring us to Vistra. And she's not currently here. She's holding her turn. The prince is backed up as far as he can go. He's against the wall. His eyes are wide, and he's looking to see what happens, which will bring us back to Renard.
Very well. I will continue to back up against the wall as well, imitating my dear prince. And as my action, I will take one from Due Diligence's book, and I will cast Magic Missile at 3rd level.
Ooh.
So it's a bunch of d4s, 5d4s, I think, plus 5. So 21 force damage.
21 force damage. Hot diggity damn. And welcome in, Raiders.
And bonus action, strike again with spiritual weapon.
Sweet.
20 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, wow, okay, that's a 17 force damage.
17 damage. Hot diggity damn. So back, way back in the studio, Renard is just launching magic at this woman, and he's just kicking the crap out of this demon.
Touché!
Touché! Oh God. Okay, which will bring us to...
You can just imagine he's like attacking, he's just saying like French, like riposte. Like...
Baguette! No, it's a different thing.
Chocolate.
Baguette means one, though, right?
Everything is everywhere.
Sure.
It's all good, don't worry. So we can have your turn now. We held your turn because you had to pop away for a second. So you can take your action.
Yay! So I'm just going to attack her again.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Do not forget you have a d4 to add to your attack rolls.
Yes. So, a nat 1. Yay.
Oh no!
Damn.
And my d4 is a 2. Yay!
So, unfortunately, Chael, to your small dwarven stature, this thing is just gigantic and it's imposing. And you keep swinging, but unfortunately, you just keep coming up short and can't make contact. Okay.
Short, thank you.
Coming up short, yes. Which will bring us to Do.
So Do is suddenly feeling like he might be a little bit better with these spells, so he's going to try Chill Touch again.
Okie dokie.
Let's see. That is a 25 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
And I believe that's 2d8 of necrotic. Let me just double check real quick. Yep, 2d8 necrotic. And she cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn. So she's now got that that skeletal hand that he likes to use is kind of like thing. It's sitting on her shoulder, and it's just kind of tap against her temple.
Oh, that's awful. Okay,
So that's
so
9 points of necrotic damage.
damn. Okay, as you just tap, tap, tap against her temple, I've been informed that Laga's connection has dropped. He's restarting his router. He should be back with us soon, hopefully.
Okay.
So I won't kill him in the meantime. So it is Scintilla's turn, and she is going to. She's feeling confident. She's going to wade through everybody to get to Renard, because he's the one that's launching all the magic at her from far away. So she's just going to walk up to him, which means that Chael, Sooty, Dew, you three get attacks of opportunity.
Much better. 10 plus the.
I rolled a 3.
Oh no. So that's a 3, that's a 14. And what did you get? Oh, you're muted, I think.
Bouncing back and forth between screens.
It's okay.
Trying to see what the D4 is that it won't put
yeah.
up there. Oh, that's a 2. Okay, so that's a total of 15, which I'm assuming is not going to hit. Oh,
No,
it's a
unfortunately.
4. 17, yeah.
17. Unfortunately,
gonna
it
hit.
still doesn't hit. Yeah. So as she wades through you all, you try and swing at her. Sooty, you jump for her with your teeth. Chael, you swing with a sword, but unfortunately, none of you manage to make a connection, as she has eyes only for Renard right now, and she's stomping towards you, and she's large and scary, and she's going to make 4 attacks at you.
So long. It was a pleasure to serve beside you.
We will ensure that you are buried in the proper Hawaiian shirt.
Go to my apartment. I have a very fine collection of red shirts.
Can I have them?
Sure.
Okay, so the bite was a 19 on the dice, so I assume that hits.
Yeah.
The claw was a 14.
Misses.
That misses. Okay. The
There might be hope.
The mace is a 21.
Yeah, sure.
And the tail is a 15.
Misses.
Okay. So, it's 2 misses, but 2 hits. So, let me, So the bite, oh no, you take 18 points of piercing damage.
Sure.
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 6.
6. Okay, you fail the throw, so you cannot regain hit points, and you must take poison damage at the start of each turn.
Okay.
However, at the end of your turn, you can repeat your saving throw. And I'm not completely evil. I did lower the DC from what it is in the book, because I don't think you will be able to hit the one that's in the book, because a pit fiend is a very high CR. Okay, and it was the tail that hit, right?
It was the mace,
last one.
I think.
Was it the mace?
Doesn't matter. Whatever.
It was the tail. Last one was the tail that hit.
Last one was the tail.
Doesn't matter.
So you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail. It's
11. Okay. I'm still up for now. I went ahead and made my concentration check and still up. So, I need to make 2. God damn it. Still up. Blast is still up.
Okie doke. All right. So that will be Scintilla's turn. Sooty, you're up. So you do still have an ally within 5 feet of Scintilla. He's just had the crap kicked out of him.
Okay. Sooty's going to jump over him, like, protectively, which unfortunately just means you're going to get, like, dog butt in the face, but, like, and lunge towards I keep wanting to call her Scylla.
know.
And goes in for another bite. Okay, that's a 15.
Doesn't hit, unfortunately, but you have interposed yourself between Scintilla and Renard, so he has some level of doggy protection in there. Nope, I realized what I said. I realized.
Savannah, no.
I know, I'm sorry. Like, sometimes my mouth says words. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Okay, so
it's fine.
which will bring us back to Laga. He apparently no joy, he might be out. Okay, so we're gonna retcon and we're gonna say he's been held by Scintilla's magic, so he's trying and fighting valiantly to be in the fight, but magic is stopping him. Right. Vistra, you're up. She is now at range where you could shoot her.
She's going down. I'm shooting her with my longbow.
Nice. Get her.
Got a new ear piercing. Ooh, 18.
18 to hit. It's just short. It's one off. It's very, very close. Do you have any magic or anything you could cast as a ranger?
I'm on the level 2.
Oh, wait. Was that 18 including your bless?
Oh yeah,
No.
don't forget about
No.
it. Haha!
The best.
Renard saves the day while dying.
Hit, Renault.
You hit!
It's a 20.
You hit! So
Get her.
roll your damage.
Where's my no damage. Oh, 3.
A 3. What's your dex modifier?
It is 2. So 5.
2. So that's 5 total, yeah. Yes, that is that number when mathematics are applied. Good job. Prince is again not doing anything. Back to the top of the round, we have Renard.
Ouch.
Savings a day.
You vile fiend! I still have one trick up my sleeve, and I will.
Get her.
It is the fiend, correct? So I will use my arcane abjuration channel divinity to force it to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. Wisdom save. That is a 13.
Fail! 16 DC. Okay. It is turned from me, cannot attack me or take any actions or reactions except the dash action. So I'm gonna move away without disengaging because he can't take reactions. I'm gonna move away.
Okay. You do also take some poison damage though.
Oh yes,
You
I
take
might be falling.
One point of poison damage,
Okay, still up.
but you get to make your con save again.
Oh yes, perfect. Let's see if it works this time. 19 might work.
You make the save.
Yes.
You are no longer poisoned.
Perfect. In that case, I will move away, and as a bonus action, in that case, I will healing word myself since I'm no longer poisoned.
Sweet.
And that's it. Oh, and it lasts for
Okey-doke.
1 minute, the turn, or until someone damages the fiend.
Okay, so Dew, you're up next. You've watched as Renard casts this thing. Scintilla looks like afraid of him, and when he moves, she doesn't move to attack him.
Not knowing anything about clerics
Mm-hmm.
and what they can do. Due diligence is going to roll up on her, and the taser is out. The manacles are in the other hand. And he is going to, you are under arrest for crimes against television. And cast Shocking Grasp. Melee spell attack. That should be a 23 to hit. Although it's not
Yeah,
showing
no.
up, I don't know why.
That will hit.
All right, 2d8 lightning damage. Okay, why did it... 9 lightning damage, and she cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Sweet. Okay. So she took damage, so the turn effect is done. But she cannot take reactions. So, yes. Okay. Sweet. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I have a warrant for your arrest. Surrender now and go peacefully.
Okay. She spins around and she's going to attack you with all 4 attacks. Where's my other D20s gone? Come back. 3, 4. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this? So the first one is a 14 to hit.
I'm going to use my reaction to gain +2 to AC, and that will miss.
Okay, so this will last for the entire attack, right? It's not just per
Correct.
attack. Okay,
Right.
so that's a miss. That one is a 15, so that's a miss.
Nope, that is a hit because it is exactly my AC.
Okay, so that one does hit. So that was the bite that hit. The mace was a 16, so that will hit. And that was a nat 1 on the tail. So no tail, but you get bit and mace. So the bite is... You take 15 points of piercing damage as she bites you. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, and I am resistant to poison and have advantage on saves against poison.
Oh, sweet. So
okay.
Make that save.
Okay, come on, dice. I don't know why these dice are not working for me today. There we go. This is a con save.
Yes.
That's going to be an 11.
Okay, you fail the save. Because you failed the save, you've become poisoned, which means you cannot regain hit points, and you will take poison damage at the start of your turn. But if you're resistant to poison,
might not make a difference, but you still add a D4 to saving throws. Might not make a difference.
Roll it. So it was 11, right?
Yep, +4, 15.
You make the save. You are not poisoned.
We may just have a match out of this dating show yet.
However, the mace
However,
So you
still have to do
take-
the mace.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, plus 5. 6. 11 points of fire damage. As this great dark iron mace just thunk, just embeds itself in the side of your capsule.
You seen Star Wars where R2-D2 goes, "Ee," and then thunk.
Oh no.
Do is still wavering, but he's about to go thunk.
Oh no. Okay. Seti, you're up.
Okay, I guess time for another leap of a bite.
Do it. Let's go. Get her.
Get him.
You do have an ally within 5 feet. It's Stu. She's not looking so
Sweet.
good.
Well, 19 was definitely the better roll there. So I will jump in front of Jew and give a big like "Arr" to like the ankles. I'll be a little ankle
Nice.
biter.
Nice. Yeah, because I imagine Wolf Sutty not like a great dire wolf. I'm imagining like a Pomeranian.
Chihuahua. Yes.
That barks like Shakira.
That's like Kira.
Corgi.
You know, it's great.
This is what
Oh,
Sooty looks
that'll be
like.
perfect. Corgi, a little corgi.
This is-
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's you, Sooty.
Oh,
This is you.
that's
Oh.
Attacking thing.
yeah. Exactly. I'm wearing a white cardigan. It works. 8. Yeah, 8.
8 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think it's the saving throw again.
Yes. So let's see. Oh my god. Hey, so I rolled in that one.
Yay! That means not prone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yay!
This tiny,
Little ankle
tiny
biter.
ferocious just sweeps the leg, and Scintilla just eats shit face first, poof, into the ground, knocked prone. The tiny defiant Sooty like stood over her on the ground. Which will bring us back to Vistra.
I'm attacking with my longbow again. Safe distance.
Okay.
Take that thing away
Shoot her.
from me.
Get her.
So a 15 plus 4. 18.
18 is just one shot, unfortunately.
Ah.
Also, you would have had disadvantage anyway because she's prone, so you have disadvantage on shooting at targets on the ground. So, unfortunately, that is a miss. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
No. Maybe she just takes a swig of her beer. She's pretty dead.
You've got to get, like, having played a dwarf myself, I know that dwarves need a certain buzz level to be efficient in combat, you know? So she's just getting to her buzz. All right, there we go.
She's not
Yeah, she's just not there yet. Yeah, she's not battle
there
drank.
yet.
Which will bring us back to Renard. What is our
Well,
great cleric doing?
Now that I am back into safety, far away from this prone creature, I will move my spiritual weapon to the prone target, and I will have advantage on my attack because it is prone, correct?
You certainly will, yes.
All right. Oh, there's actually an advantage button that I didn't see. Doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, that's a 17 plus 8, so I assume that hits with a 25.
Yeah, it might. Just.
And it's 17 force damage for that.
17? Hot damn.
And due diligence is almost falling over, but Renard is in safety. He will stay in safety for now. And my action will be to cast Toll the Dead on the creature. So wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Oh. Okay. That is a 15.
Ooh, just misses, just fails. Because it's 16.
Damn.
Which means 13 necrotic damage.
13 necrotic damage. Okay. Okay, she is looking below what one might say bloodied. She is showing visible wounds. She's staggering. Well, she's not staggering. She's on the ground. She's groaning. And she's like, oh, as Tiny Sooty has a little paw stuck in her. All right, so this will bring us to Do.
Due diligence is going to lean down and he's going, "You are under arrest. Please come quietly." And shocking grasp once more with advantage
Okay.
because it's a melee spell.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
So that's 14 plus 7, so 21 to hit.
21 hits, yeah.
9 lightning damage and no reactions until the start of a turn.
Okie doke.
Nice.
Okay, so the suspect is on the ground. They're being pinned by the canine unit, and yet due diligence goes in with the taser.
No.
Get him.
For some good old-fashioned police brutality. Dang. Okay, it will bring us to Scintilla. Oh, you're muted.
He's going to back up 30 feet.
It's smart.
Good.
Okay. Now it's Scintilla's turn. She's going to get up, and she's going to very angrily just gonna hit Sooty. Or attempt to, at least.
Let he run.
Okay, so bite is a 12 to hit. You're muted.
$13. It would have meant you needed to get 13.
Okay, the claw misses. The mace is a 10. Fuck. And the tail hits because that was like 23. So you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as the tail just clobbers you as you duck, dive, dip, dodge, and whatever. Yeah, that.
That thing.
Yeah, that thing.
The thing, yeah.
The thing. Yeah. The tail just completely blindsides you, Sooty, and cracks you for some damage.
Still wolf dog form, but definitely injured. You just hear a little whimper like
Oh, Sooty. But you don't need to roll for the con save because of you actually made the save on the last turn. So you're good, Do?
I'm sorry. I've had it in my head that I wasn't.
No, it's cool. It's cool. You don't need it. You good. So, Sooty, you're up. Your idol has just thwacked you with her tail. Your idol is a pit feed. What are you
I
going to
can
do?
just like any little genuine ankle biter, when they're actually like a feisty ankle biter, not like the sweet ankle biters. Just like anyone, she's gonna go quickly for and try to bite it back again.
Roll to attack, and you currently don't have an ally within 5 feet because Do ditched you.
Oh, okay. So I'll take my first roll, which luckily was 19.
Oh, well, you do still hit.
Yay! All right. Oh wait, why did I do that? It was 6.
It was 6. Okay.
2 2s plus the 2.
Okay. So, like any true ankle biter, you go in for seconds, ferocious and mean as you nip at her ankles, and you kind of see like, get up. Which will bring us to Vistra.
You just had the kicking leg, and the dog's still like hanging on.
Oh, she needs to make the strength save. We forgot.
Oh boy.
That is a 18.
Oh yeah, that passes.
Yeah, so she doesn't get knocked down this time. This time she's shaking you off her leg as you're trying to drag her to the ground. All right, Vistra, you're up.
Okay, so Vistra charges in anger because she kicked the puppy, and I'm going to attack her with my long sword or my short sword.
Vistra goes John Wick.
Yes. Don't hit
And
the dog.
so it's a 14.
14 does not hit, unfortunately. So enraged that she would hit a dog, you just go blindly charging in, and she deftly deflects your blows. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to break my beer bottle and hold it up in my hand as my other
Oh,
weapon.
no. Oh no, a shank!
And now I've got a shame. Don't kick the dog.
You're going to glass her.
I'm
What
going
is
to
this,
glass her.
Glasgow? Okay. Which will bring us back to the top of the round with Renard.
I will shout out loud, "Oh no, I believe I'm running out of magic. My tentacles are becoming powerless, but I still have my weapon." And the spiritual weapon will try to hit again.
Okay.
Without advantage. The tentacle lashes out towards Scintilla. What is happening? Okay, no, that's a 15 to hit. So the tentacle does not grab a hold of Scintilla. And as in frustration, as an action, I will shoot a guiding bolt towards
Ooh.
that also misses.
Dang it.
So yeah, no. I warned you.
Just-
I'm running out of power.
Just not in the stars. Not today. Which will bring us to Do.
He's still kind of wavering, and you are under arrest. Please put on the manacles. And he's going to fire magic missile at 2nd level again. Ew. "16 points of force damage."
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
And he's going to back up another 30 feet.
Okay. At this point, she's
I'm on 3
starting to look
HP, guys.
Ow.
pretty rough. She's not looking great. The toll of the battle is definitely taking its toll. I don't know why I said it that way. Anyway, she's getting low in hit points is what I'm saying. Which will bring us to her turn. And she is going to... She's going to reach out a hand at you, Renaud, and I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, luckily that's one of my specialties. Natural 1. Of course I had to speak.
So, you say, luckily that's one of my specialties. And you freeze you freeze in place. You are held.
Oh no.
Which will bring us back to Sooty.
All right. Since she's not on the ground or anything, as you know, I have it in my head that
No.
she was for a moment.
No, she resisted you
Alright.
last time.
Anybody around me?
I should be since I charged
Yes.
angrily at the thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, time to go in for another nip at that Achilles. Ooh, that's a 17.
Doesn't hit, unfortunately, he's just short.
Was that with the D4?
Then I
Did you have the D4?
You hit your D4.
I didn't. Not just D4. 18, 19, 20.
That hits.
Yes.
You hit. Get
All
him.
right.
Roll that damage.
cool. All right, I'm gonna try and tear that Achilles tendon right out.
Oh. Ugh.
Rip it out.
Yeah, yeah,
We'll use it
yeah.
for a
Let's
jump
do that.
Ugh.
Why did I put the D4 away? I literally need it right now. 6.
6. Okay.
I got a 3 and a 1.
She needs to make that strength save.
Saving throw.
Rolled a 2. So, like Gage in Pet Cemetery, you go straight for the Achilles and you rip that bad boy out, and you watch as Scintilla screams in pain and once more lands on the floor. Sooty, you rear up and you have bits of flesh and tendons and all sorts of nasty shit hanging out your mouth.
Due
It's
diligence
an
takes a
adult-
picture.
That's for the scrapbook.
Kodak moment.
The thing
That's
is, as
going
soon
on
as
the wall
you're
of the
about to take,
office.
But as soon as you take a photo, though, it suddenly becomes like a like with those flutter tendons still there.
2 little paws come up. All right. So that will bring us to Vistra.
Can I attack with my shank?
You sure can. What you could do is use your main attack to hit with your short sword, and then roll with your bonus to shank 2.
Awesome. We're gonna do that. Oh, get her.
And you have advantage because she is prone.
Okay, so I rolled an 8. Roll my d4.
Was that with advantage? Rolled the 8. If you have advantage, roll again and take the higher number.
4, so 8.
Oh no,
So I got 12.
that one doesn't hit. But roll for your improvised shank.
Shank, please.
Believe in the shank.
It's
Faith
an
in the
18.
It's an 18.
Oh, it's 19.
The shank. The shank hits.
Yes.
Okay. The damage of a shank is a d4 plus your strength or dexterity.
My strength is a +3, so 5.
5.
And putting in the damage.
Okay. So while Scintilla is rolling around on the floor, holding her right ankle, which has been ripped out at the back, Vistra comes in with a short sword and misses as she rolls in one direction, but she's not expecting the other hand to come in with a glass bottle, which just stabs straight into her arm. She's like, ah! As it leaves tiny glass shards in the arm. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, she's just happy for the shank.
Okay, which will bring us back to the top of the round. Renard, you are currently held, but if you would like to make me a wisdom saving throw, we'll see if you can break that hold.
20.
You are unfrozen, but unfortunately, that was your turn.
As I unfreeze, I just say, Shilti! The rest of the sentence that comes out.
Nice. Okay, which will bring us to Do.
Last second level spell slot with magic missile again, because that seems to be
Let's
working
go.
rather well. 16 force.
16 force damage. Okay, so once more, with the fingers raised.
Yes.
Bolt of magical.
Pew, pew, pew.
Bolts of magical energy shoot out the end of Dew's fingers and hit Scintilla, who is on the ground. So she's had her ankle bitten out by Sooty. She's been shanked in the arm by Vistra, and now she's getting blasted by magic by Dew on the ground. Okay, she's going to I don't know what
Cry?
she's going to do. Yeah.
Cry. Roll for cry.
Let's roll for cry.
She's going to stand up. And she's going to swing at Vistra.
Run away, run away. Bravely run away.
Unfortunately, she does get to swing at you first. But don't worry, because I can't roll. That was a 2 on that dice. That was a 1 on the other. So
Oh my.
the bite and the claw miss. The mace is a 10. But the tail is a 16.
I do have resistance to poison.
Does a 16 hit you?
My AC, yeah, my AC is 13, so yes.
Okay, so you will get hit for... You get hit for 19 points of bludgeoning damage as this tail just completely sideswipes you. You're celebrating and reveling in the shank, and this tail just completely just hits you.
Alcohol would be my down. My HP's like, I have 12 hit points.
Okay.
I died for
Sooty's
Sooty.
turn. So you've got 12 hit points left.
No, I had 12 hit points total. I'm
At level 5?
2. No, I'm a level 2.
Oh,
No,
you're
you're level 5.
No, that's the one I have is level 2.
Okay, well, technically you're supposed to be level...
quickly adjust that.
Okay, so if you're level 5, 19 points of damage would not knock you out, so you're still up. You're still
Perfect. Gotta go for that.
good. It would be Sooty's turn, but she is currently AFK, so she's holding her action, which will bring us back to Vistra.
Okay, now she's mad. She's really mad, and I'm going in with the short sword and the shank again.
Nice.
I've had it with this woman. Oh, that's a nat 20. Plus my... Ooh, that's a 24.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Now roll for damage. Good. That is an 8. Now she's still on the ground. Do I still have advantage? No, she's up.
She's up, but you got a nat 20, so, like, that was the best you could do. Because the advantage is only for hitting, it's not for your damage dice. So, did you roll twice the number of dice you would for your crit?
No, that was just straight
So-
off the bat.
Okay, so roll another d6 and add that to the number that you rolled. So it was an 8.
Mm-hmm. So 6.
Oh, okay. So that was 14 points of damage there on the short sword, which is pretty dang good. And roll to hit with your shank. 5. Unfortunately, that one doesn't hit. The shank has been shortened a little bit by being stuck in her arm, and so your aim is a little bit off. But is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to move away or anything like that?
Yeah, we're gonna move back. She's gonna calm down a little bit.
Okay. So actually, Madame Gandalf's back. So Sooty, we held your action for you while you were away. She is back on her feet. She is swiped at Vistra with her tail.
Okay.
Get her.
Get
Yeah.
her.
I'm going to try this time to pounce as high as possible as this little corgi wolf thing can, and we'll go for a mammary. Why not?
Go for the eyes. Ooh, go for the eyes.
Okay. Rule number 2, folks. Remember rule number 2.
Oh, wait. Is there anyone nearby?
We'll say that you did this before Vistra moved, so yes, I'll give you advantage to hit.
Thank goodness, because I rolled a 2 before. I don't still have plus a D4, do I? I do.
Yes, you do.
Thank goodness for you. Da, da, da,
I'm concentrating really hard.
Just keep out at it, because that makes it 19.
19 hits.
Yes.
That
Come on,
clutch blast,
kill her.
man.
Whoa, yeah.
Right? That D4. That D4 is helping get that just over.
Most underrated spell ever.
Yeah. So we'll, from corgi to mammary, let's do this. That's a 6.
6. Okay.
We're all picturing the corgi hanging off of the mammary now, right? Okay.
Yep.
So,
Swinging.
you hear her. So Sooty launches at Scintilla the Pit Fiend's boob. She clamps on with her jaws. And you watch as Scintilla sort of leans forward and you hear her scream, "Ow, my tit!" as Sooty is dangling. And she still needs to make that strength saving. It hurts so much she falls over.
You know, like in Mean Girls, when Amy Poehler is holding up that dog and she doesn't feel it at all as it's like gnawing away.
So
Yeah, just thought I'd bring that scene to mind.
Yeah,
you
thank you.
You've pinned a pit fiend to the ground by biting her boob. She's down.
Weird. My job here is done.
Fistra, this devil is on the ground. Sooty is laying into her. If you attack with your short bow, it's disadvantage, but if you run up and short sword it and shank it, it's advantage with both.
Oh, we are running up and we are short swording and shanking.
Also, I was just reminded, you do have an advantage from a chat donation. So if you want to do it at range and just do a straight roll, it's up to you.
Let's do a straight roll.
Okay.
Try it with the. We'll use my advantage. Thanks, chat.
And remember,
Got
you
a
have the
13.
D4.
And my D4. Come on. 17.
17, and your dex modifier is +2, right?
2.
That brings it to
So it'll be
19, which means you hit.
Yes. And now let's attack. No, quit. 18.
18 points of damage? Hot damn.
Please let her die.
She is incredibly wounded at this point. She is looking incredibly low, like a sneeze could finish her off, which will bring us back
Somebody
to the
sneeze.
top of the round
Mm.
with Renard.
Well, in that case, I believe my tentacle is still in the region, and if she is prone with a corgi on her tit, my tentacle will try to finish her off.
Oh, why did you have to phrase it like that, man?
you know I had to.
Of course.
Prone, so advantage, I assume, which is
Yes.
a 23 to hit,
That does hit.
for a total of 12 points of force damage from the tentacle.
How does the tentacle do this?
Um,
This is ugh.
I will very stylishly say, well, in the beginning, when the tentacle appeared, you said you have seen enough hentai to know where this was going, but you did not see this coming. And the tentacle just repeatedly smashes on the body of... I'm sorry.
Dopey, that was beautiful.
That was great.
So, if you will watch Seti, you've got a front tit view as this tentacle just keeps smashing her in the face until she stops moving.
No,
You're muted.
muted.
If Sooty could talk right now, I swear it would be along the lines of like,
How did we get into the bed, Oni-chan?
like, like that's the only thing.
Okay, so she's down. The prince is kind of slumped against the wall, kind of sat on the floor wide-eyed for a minute as he watches what's just happened in front of him. Initiative is over.
Is this how all dates go?
Who's he picking? Mister wants to know who'd he pick?
At this point, he stares dumbfounded and he says, I just wanted some help and, I didn't know that this would happen. I knew she was something different, but, and he's not very coherent right now, but you get a feeling he's talking about something extra to this scene. Roll me an insight check.
Is that for everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
12.
Ooh, 26.
Ooh.
9.
Ooh, I get a plus 1 on my insight. Really, dog? So technically I have a 13.
I swear to God, Fantasy Grounds hates me.
It's cool if you just want to roll it in the other bit and just tell me what you got.
Let's just call it an 18.
Okay. So, Renard and Du, you get the idea that perhaps the prince had an idea of what Scintilla was and knows a bit more about what all this is about than he's letting on.
My prince, this is unacceptable. I feel that you know more that you are telling. I believe we should take you in to custody and question you properly.
No, honestly, look, I just wanted some help. You see, I am actually a prince. That is true, I am from Philadelphia. But, you see, I was cursed. I don't normally look like this. You see, I was... Yes, cursed. A terrible, awful curse. It's giving me this disgusting fleshy form. I used to be king of my lily pad. You see, where I come from, my people are bullywugs. We are frog people. And I have been turned into a horrible human. And, well, you see, Scintilla here promised me that, well, she would find me someone who could bring me back to my normal form. She said something about true love's kiss. I had no idea there'd be all these theatrics. Or that, well,
I know the person who can help you. Come with us, Constable Bob.
Who is this Constable Bob?
Is he not Constable Bob? True love's first kiss.
Oh, if it works, it works. I'm fine with it.
As long as you consent.
Drunk enough to kiss them.
I mean, I'll kiss everybody. I don't care. As long as I go back, I get out of this horrific fleshy form. I just wanted to stop.
Is the requirement it has to be like the first kiss it works, or can you just keep kissing anyone till it works?
I don't know.
And
Sooty,
then
why don't
Sooty will just...
Ta-da!
There's a moment where you wait and you feel nothing but the lip balm from his beautifully kept lips, the soft lips. And he says, anything? Do I still look disgusting?
No, you still look beautiful.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Well, why don't you let me try? I have some tricks up my sleeve, and I'll grab his face and kiss him.
He is
and
French,
cast...
after all.
True. Cast remove.
A French kiss.
And I do it my
First
people's
kiss.
way. I do it my people's way as well.
He's into it.
Yeah.
And I'll, as
No
I
kink
do it,
shaming.
I cast remove curse via my tongue.
Oh.
That's fancy.
Well,
Wow.
As you're in there and you're kissing him, taking a bit longer than maybe you should. The gentle soft caress of his beautifully balmed lips becomes almost slimy under your mouth. And the texture of his skin as you're holding it feels wrong. And as you open your eyes, you are French kissing a frog.
I would like to change my answer to question number 2. This is the craziest thing I've ever done.
And with that, we will end our session for tonight.
bravo.
Oh, fantastic job, everybody. That was absolutely beautiful. Wow.
Wow, that's good enough of a description.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever forget the sentence, remove curse with my tongue.
Will never.
You're welcome.
tonight has been absolutely chock full of clippable moments. So remember, if you have watched this now or are you watching on VOD, please do clip and share it because we've had some very, very good moments tonight and they deserve to be shared with the world.
Yes.
So before we say goodbye, let's just do one last round of who everybody is and where we can find them on the internet. So we will start with our guests, the wonderful Renard, Mr. PD Rollers. Who are you? Where can we find you? And did you have fun tonight?
I had a blast. It's been a while since I've laughed so much in Dungeons & Dragons games. Especially because I usually DM, and now I had the chance to play, so it was perfect. And my name is Nuno. I do some D&D stuff online, sometimes under PD Rollers, and I also organize a D&D meetup and RPG in general around the London area. So if you're in London by any chance, just search for London RPG Community on Meetup. You can find me on Twitter at PD Rollers, as easy as that.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And we have Chael. So where can we find you online? And did you have a good time tonight?
You can find me at Chael881 on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter, unhealthily so. Tons of D&D shenanigans and memes. And yes, tonight was an absolute blast. So much fun. Thank you.
No worries at all. And unfortunately, we did lose Alton tonight with his internet connection. But if my Twitter feed is to be believed, you can find him at The Sleeping God on Twitter. And you should go give him a follow and check out the stuff he does. We will go to our usual cast and crew. Madam Gandalf, did you have fun with shenanigans tonight, and where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, there's nothing like ankle biter, sooty, nothing like hearing due diligence trying to lose weight by literally taking objects outside of themselves. You know, and Shale's constant like, where's the alcohol? Where is it? Let's just go to the tavern. I'm done with this shit. And removing curse with my tongue, like it was a great thing. And even Lager is like constantly just trying to leave as well, like, and putting everybody else up. Like, that sounded like a good answer. You should go for them. Like that. I loved it. It was overall just a really fun show once again, Susie. So thank you so much for being the beautiful dungeon master that you are. I don't know how you do it every week with that much. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, my name is Madam Gandalf. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. Bit of D&D, bit of cooking, bit of singing, bit of all sorts of gaming. And tonight I'll be celebrating some platonic love with my friends for a Galentine's special. So yeah, feel free to tune into that. It's those shenanigans, and come by the Green Dragon and have a drink on me.
All right, and Cleric of Call, where can we find you on the internet? And did you have any favorite moments from tonight? Any standout bits?
Oh, there were too many. There really were. My abs and my cheek hurt from laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I am yes. That was, I needed that. That's a great abdominal workout. Laughter, best workout. Dew is rather depressed. He didn't get to use his vibrating wand. However, he did learn a lot about dating. He's pretty certain at this point that he never wants to try it. However, something about Renaud has captured due diligence imagination. Who knows?
Ooh.
It's the French.
It's the French.
The accent, isn't it?
My way, but of course.
When you take... No, we won't go there. We will not go there. We managed to avoid the egg the whole episode.
Almost. We almost did.
It was finishing.
Oh. My name is Kat. I'm at Cleric of Cord on the Twitters. You can find me all over the internet playing games pretty much every day of the week. On Mondays, I am back here on Encounter Roleplay playing the exact opposite of due diligence. That would be a sister of battle in Inquisitor Warhammer 40K. She does not smile. She does not laugh. She's not a wizard, but she does hit things with swords. So check the pinned tweets on my page. You can find where I'm playing throughout the week. And I hope to see you guys again. Please, if you're watching, you're enjoying this, you love playing D&D. If you've never played D&D, get into Discord, sign up for the games. This is not the only community game. Get in there, sign up, come play. It's a lot of fun. Yes. And Susanna, thank you as always.
I just want to thank all you folks for such an amazing session. But Cleric is right. Hop on the Discord because there are a bunch of people on there looking for other players. Also, Encounter, if we need folks, we talk in the Discord and ask if anyone's free to play. I'm not sure if all spots have been filled for the charity stream. Not the charity, the 48-hour stream that Will's doing. But it's worth checking that out too because you might get to play with some fine folks playing a whole bunch of systems, a whole bunch of games. There's some Honey Heist in there, there's some D&D in there, there's some all sorts of cool stuff in there, so check that out. And if you can't make it as a player, please do tune in to watch and spread the links and stuff like that because we got to help Will and Sid get together because, long distance sucks. But as for me, I absolutely adored this session. This was so fun. Thank you for making my Valentine's Day. You folks were fantastic. But I am Susanna Grace, otherwise known as Susie. I am a variety streamer who does a whole bunch of stuff. Video games, art, TTRPGs, you know it, I do it. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we have D&D and The Witcher TTRPG on my channel, which is twitch.tv/Susanna Grace. On Thursdays, I'm here doing the view game. On Fridays, I am here at the same time slot playing Act on Cthulhu, which is the 2D20 version of Act on Cthulhu by Modiphius Games. It's really fun, and I do have a blood feud with Pruitt now because he gave me his dice curse. And on Sundays, you can find me on WebDM playing a vampire in the 80s in their Cypher System game, The Lost Girls, at 8 p.m. GMT. So if any of that sounds fun to you, please do join us because we have a good laugh no matter what we're playing or what we're doing. But I think that's it for us tonight. So we shall bid you all a very good night. And remember, try not to roll too many nat ones because we want to be there laughing when you do. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye, folks.